Welcome to another Stewart Media Road Vlog. A lot of people have asked me, how can you do your vlog whilst driving? Well, basically, it's the only time I get to do it. In today's vlog, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about what we've been doing with the keyword work choice in search engine optimization, and also a continuation on last week's story about podcasting and vodcasting, or also known as vlogging, for business. Firstly, we wrote, in case you missed last week's newsletter, we wrote an article about the government's, the Australian government's new industrial relations policy, work choice. Nothing to do with the content of the policy, of course, because that's not our area of expertise, but more about how they'd missed some opportunities in their online marketing campaign. Basically, it didn't look like they had done terribly much online marketing at all. And we wrote a 355-word article on some of the mistakes that were made and what was happening in Google and the search engines. And within 24 hours, our article had more links in the search engines than the government's own website for keywords such as, and key phrases such as work choice, work choice Australia, work choice website, Howard's work choice industrial relations policy. In fact, if you go to Yahoo now and type in work choice, Stewart Media is the #1 site in the world for that keyword. And you know, we didn't try hard to make that happen. All we did was write an article. We didn't submit anything to search engines. It just happened after we wrote the article. And that was because of the way that we wrote the article, and also that the site, our site stewartmedia.biz or .com.au, same site, is structured in a way that the search engine bots and the spiders know how to find our content. They can actually read our content. And that's one of the most common problems with any site that isn't being found in the search engines, is that the search engines basically can't find you. Or if they can find you, they find your first page and then that's it. They don't know how to find the rest of your content. And that's all got to do with structure of the site. We checked this morning on rankings for those 5 key phrases I just rattled off, and we now have 76 references in search engines around the world for that one article, and the government has 12. So I'm sure that's not what the government intended. And by the way, the ALP is just as bad with their online marketing, because initially they ranked higher than the government for a Kim Beazley press release, but since then they've nearly dropped off the scale. And it's a very dynamic thing in that it will change every day, depending on who's linking to which site. Like, for instance, when we wrote the article, the government was number 10 in Google for the word work choice, and the ALP was number 2, and number 1 was a New Zealand site, which incidentally is still number 1. But now the government is number 2 in Google, last time I checked, for the word work choice, and they did actually change their site after our newsletter went out. Now, I'm not saying our newsletter had anything to do with it, it'd be nice, but they did actually change a few of the links on the site and the way some of the copy was written after our newsletter went out, and they did shoot up in the rankings. But they're only in the rankings really for that word, work choice. They're not really hitting those other keywords, and that's what you have to think about: is who is your target market, and what are they going to be typing into the search engines? We're getting a lot of hits on stewartmedia.biz for Work Choice Australia and Work Choice website. And we happen to be, I think, #1 or #2 in most of the search engines for those two phrases. And that's because, you think about it, people actually looking for the work choice website, they can't remember workchoices.gov.au. So what do? They go to the website and to the search engines, and they type in work choice website, and voila, our site's number one. And we didn't try to get work choice website as a key phrase. It just so happens that in the article that we wrote, we mentioned the word website. I didn't even think of that at the time as something that people would be searching for. In fact, I was just concentrating on the word work choice throughout the article when I was writing it. And that's what you've got to think about too, is related keywords. Now, I'm continuing on from last week about video and audio for your website. A couple of new exciting developments have happened in the last week since that article. Number one, Apple has released the video iPod, so you can watch video and attach video files, which also means that video blogging and vodcasting, or whatever you want to call it, will now take off again because there are more devices out there for it. So at the moment there's a bunch of Taylor devices for portable video, but the big brand names are only really just getting into it, like Sony's PSP. You can have a vlog on that. Apple's video iPod, and the other thing that's happened is that Yahoo has launched podcast.yahoo.com. Now, if you go to podcast.yahoo.com and type in Jim Stewart, you will see that this particular podcast and these blogs are all listed under there in a very nicely set up way. Now, we haven't done anything for Yahoo for that. It's just that we've set up what's known as our RSS feed properly, and what Yahoo's doing, it's aggregating all those feeds from around the world and putting them all in one place. And there are a lot of these aggregation sites out there now. But what it means for us is that we get a link back to our site, which helps with our page rank, and we get more people watching our content and reading our story. Now, if you do happen to go to Yahoo, they do have a review section, and you could write a review on this vlog, and that'd be lovely. If it was a nice review. If it's a rubbish review, keep it to yourself. I don't want to know. Yes, I do. Put that in anyway, because a review is a review. And that is it for this week, and thanks for watching. Remember, if you do need your site up higher in the search engines, then give us a call on the number on your screen right now, 0403 833 952, or if you need help setting up streaming, podcasts for your business, then we're more than happy to help. And that number again is 0403 833 952. Thanks for watching.